Welcome to Balanced Life, Happy Life weekly gathering, where we offer solutions to the health challenges most people experience on a regular basis. And we welcome you to discover our simple and vibrant way to live a more balanced and happy life. Every Tuesdays, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And along with today's topic, which is the importance of nutrition, we want to emphasize the importance of prevention. What is prevention and why is it important? The term prevention is generally used to represent activities that prevent an action or behavior from occurring in the first place. However, it can also refer to activities that promote a positive behavior. Prevention can help us to take care of our body's health as well as financially. And along with that, we save a lot of money too. So therefore, all the products we offer at Niken align with the concept of prevention, and prevention is better than cure. Through these five vital elements, we can target prevention: air, water, sleep, nutrition, and natural energies to help us to feel and be in harmony with nature. Niken is continually adding new products and technology to the wellness home. Be part of this important movement and start your Niken Wellness Home if you haven't done it yet. And today we'll feature nutrition. Getting all of the nutrients you need simply cannot be done without supplements. This by Stephen Gundry. And the doctors of the future will no longer treat the human frame with drugs, but rather will cure and prevent disease with nutrition. And according to the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, we have good information. Good nutrition is essential in keeping current and future generations of Americans healthy across the lifespan. People with healthy eating patterns live longer and at a lower risk of serious health problems such as heart disease, type 2, diabetes, and obesity, etc. So, poor nutrition is making our nation sick. Vitamin and mineral malnutrition impacts our health and economy. And for this important gathering, please welcome Platinum Consultant Randy Rolfe. Randy, are you there? I think you're
Yes, I'm here.
yes,
I'm
yes.
here. Sorry. Thank you so much, Ruben. Yeah, I discovered Niken 20 years ago. I had been studying nutrition, actually started in the 1970s to keep my own family healthy. And when I realized that there was so much that people didn't know, I started teaching it in the 80s and have ever since. And I was already using supplements. I ordered them from all good sources. And when I discovered Niken, I was so excited that they actually were at the cutting edge. I was actually a nutrition consultant for a couple of small stores in my area. And the salesman would come in and say, "Oh, we have this wonderful supplement for immunity." And I thought, well, Niken already has that. And there's so many examples of that. And you'll see that they just have added glucan to some of their supplements. And that's a cutting edge right now. It's a digestible fiber that they're finding really helps with reducing inflammation and improving immunity. So all the nutrients are acting in our bodies. And I'm going to show you a quick set of slides here. There we go. Can you see my screen? Yes? Okay. So a balanced life and a happy life depend on good nutrition. It affects our body and our moods and our mind, the health of our brain as we age and all of that. So it's really critical and I love telling about it. This is my great uncle Scott Nearing. He's at 99. He had famous for his organic gardening up in Maine, and he got us really into natural foods back in the 70s. And what I discovered was that Nikken is a one-stop shop for all those things that Ruben already mentioned: clean air, pure water, comfortable sleep, being in natural earth energy, and wonderful food supplements. So who is responsible for our food quality? We tend to think, well, the government, as control, regulates all of these things, but not really. 30,000 food manufacturers, but the 70% of all the profits are just made by the top 100 companies. And the highest profits are from ultra processed foods. So that's why we see so many ads and so many packaged things with long ingredient lists. And the most profitable corporations are oil, chemicals, and tobacco, and they are also major players in food production. So you have to wonder, how interested are they in actual quality and health? The Food and Drug Administration is responsible for stopping false and misleading claims and makes sure that labels are telling the truth. And the Department of Agriculture focuses on farming practices and contamination, but neither is responsible for food quality. And over 2,000 untested chemicals are found in packaged foods, and more are added all the time if the companies say they're generally recognized as safe. And as you know, there's dietary guidelines that the labels are based on, but they're actually based on an adequate diet for a typical healthy American. And yet we know that over half of adult Americans have some degenerative condition already. So can we really say they're typically healthy? So we are responsible for our own food quality. And 70% of American adults take food supplements. So that tells us that they know they need to support their diet through supplementation. The US dietary guidelines for 20 to 25 recommend that 85% of calories should come from healthy foods, not ultra processed foods. But for American adults, 58% of adults and 67% of children get most of their calories from ultra processed foods. In a recent study, it was actually shown that people eating a typical ultra processed diet consumed an extra 500 calories a day over people that had the same foods unprocessed or minimally processed. The American Heart Association and the dietary guidelines recommend no more than 9 teaspoons of sugar, which is a fair amount for men, and 6 teaspoons for women. But the Center for Disease Control says the average consumption is 17 teaspoons a day. And one 12-ounce soda gives you more than what's recommended for a man in a day. So we have to do something to make up for these refined, over-processed foods. And these are the main reasons our soils are depleted after 100 years of monocropping. Nutrients are lost in all the processing that goes on to make packaged foods. Typical diet is deficient in a number of RDAs. Our sedentary life means we have a lower caloric intake, but we need just as many or even more of many of the nutrients and micronutrients and minerals. And there's often an imbalance of macronutrients, maybe not enough for protein or too much of the wrong fats and things like that. We also are all individuals, so we need to adjust. Some will need more of certain things than others to feel tip top. And also, we're faced with environmental poisons and even medications that never existed 100 years ago. And mental and physical stress on a daily basis increase our need for certain nutrients, and also poor absorption and age do the same thing. So Nikken has an amazing nutrition philosophy. They really are the only nutritional line that is based on a whole foods, organic based philosophy. And Nikken was born in Japan, where there's a great respect for nature and the way the body works with nature. So Nikken incorporates that in all their supplements. And these are the special advantages that I see in Nikon's Nutritionals pharmaceutical grade processing. That means that the label and any individual capsule agree. Very few companies insist that every capsule represent what's on the label. Also, physiological quantities. Nikon's not just mega dosing the most exciting new product that's catching the social media. It's designed to balance with the body, no mega dosing. And so the components work together. I love that there's clear labeling. I can try to buy a vitamin and you can't find the label online. So Nikon is completely transparent with what's in their supplements, and the prices are amazingly competitive considering the quality. Also, organic based means there's no GMOs, hormones, antibiotics, pesticides, herbicides, endocrine disruptors, heavy metals, or irradiation. It's so wonderful. And Nikan collects research from all over the world and also looks at traditional dietary sources for healthy balance. And so Nikan's supplements are designed to support body processes, not just change symptoms a little bit, because when you do that, then you start getting other symptoms. So they really work with the body to heal itself. And the philosophy, even from East Asia, is really about supporting the energy level and the gut bacteria. So everything's pre and probiotic. And also Nikan has vegan, gluten-free, kosher, and or paleo whenever it can, to be sensitive to personal preferences. So I'm going to go quickly through the various 14 right now that Nikan has, but like I said, they're always researching more. And so we have a core system, and this I take every day, Kenzen Vital Balance. You can see it, maybe. Yes, there you go. And then I love these because they're functional foods. They're not even really supplements. This is exotic fruits, just fruits. There's no fillers in this at all. It's a wonderful tasting powder that is very high in antioxidants. And this is jade greenzymes, that is the most enzyme rich food so far found. Young barley grass, organically grown and processed immediately. So those are part of our core system in the center there, and along with our mega daily for women and men. And then we have gastrointestinal system, the mind system, the cardiovascular, immune system, and the muscle and skeletal. So I'm going to quickly go through these. The daily four, it's so important. We tend to ignore the basic vitamins, A, B, C, D, and E, and you need all of them. But Nikan gets it from food as much as possible and includes all the phytonutrients, the different colors, which give you all the different energies that come from the sun, basically. And we have a women and a men's formula with all the herbs that have been known for decades, even centuries, to help with the particular gender related situations. And it's also processed so that it's time lapse, so it's not just all utilized in an hour. It is absorbed gradually so that it supports you all day. Then the Vital Balance, I just showed a wonderful meal replacement. There's nothing else like it. It's not a concentrated protein. It's 1/3 of everything that you need in a day, including protein. So it has 18 grams of protein from highly digestible pea, rice, and chlorella protein. And it contains billions of bacteria that are prepared to go right to the gut and to be active. So it's constantly prebiotic and probiotic. But what's most unique about our Kenzen Vital Balance is the medium chain triglycerides. And there's been so much research lately on how that feeds the brain. And if your brain's not getting enough glucose, then it can burn the ketones that are produced from the medium chain triglycerides. And it does not raise your cholesterol or anything. It's delicious. and works. And it's sweetened just with monk fruit and stevia. Those can be overdone, but it's not overdone. It's just lovely sweet taste, and it's wonderful in all kinds of smoothies and or by itself in Nikken water, which is what I do. The jade greenzymes, as I said, is young barley grass, full of enzymes. It's a proprietary blend with pearl barley extract and acacia. It's cold processed, so the enzymes are still alive, and it's USDA organic. And now there's a lemon flavor, which is just delicious just by itself. So then the Super Siaga I mentioned, it's a combination of fabulous berries known to have very high antioxidant value, and auric is the measure. And we know that our powder in water has an extremely high auric value. And the SIAGA actually stands for cardiovascular, immune, antioxidant, gastrointestinal, and adaptogenic. That's stress. So it helps all those systems. It's been proven. And there's nothing else added. It's just fruit. So it has a great taste. And I need to mention that the FDA does not approve statements. So these aren't approved by the FDA. This is my favorite of all, the digestion 420, because whatever you put in your mouth, the better it's digested, the healthier you will be. So there are 20 different natural food source digestive aids, and it's even vegan, so it's not taken from uh, pig's gut or anything. And these, it's called 420 because these enzymes help with the four food groups: proteins, fat, digestible fiber, and carbohydrates. So it really is important. So if you take that with each meal, everything gets utilized properly. Then we have lactoferrin 2.0, which is an amazing material substance that comes through mammalian milk. So we get that when we nurse our moms, and our body produces it, but as we age, we produce less and less. And so this is added to us. It's processed from milk, but it's so highly purified that even if you're have trouble with lactose or milk protein, this will not be a problem. And it works synergistically to help your gut bacteria and to really build healthy red blood cells. So it's an amazing product. Then we have cleanse and detox, and this is not like a aggressive cleanse. This can be used regularly just to help your liver do all the things it's supposed to do. And it includes 6 herbs that have been known and proven over and over again to help with liver function and cleansing and detoxing of heavy metals, of other toxins, waste products from normal metabolism. Blue pleurum, turmeric, milk thistle, schisandra, ashwagandha, chicory, they've all been known forever. Then clarity is, again, it's not aggressive. It works with your body, but it does help with mental acuity, memory, and cognitive function. Again, it has ashwagandha in it, but all kinds of other wonderful things: purple corn, periwinkle, bacoba, and ginkgo leaf. And these are all fermented to make them much more available. Then bergisterol. This is just amazing. It's a red organically grown fruit from Italy that has been shown to help maintain levels of blood glucose, cholesterol, triglycerol, and even blood pressure within normal range. So it really encourages the body to stay in balance. And it also has gooseberry and vitamin C and bioflavonoids in the pill. And then we have omega green and DHA, which is so neat because it does not rely on processing dead fish. It's gets the omega 3s from flaxseed, cranberry seed, and special algae. And again, these help with all the balance of the fatty acids in the brain, the eyes, the skin, the nerves, and the heart. Again, it's organic and vegan. And immunity, as I mentioned earlier, 14 different mushrooms from around the world, and they all help with the immune response in different ways. 6 of them are completely exclusive to Nikken and grown under laboratory conditions to maximize their effect. And here are the glucans that they're leaders in. And then Kenzen BDZ, that's about bone density, and it includes a marine plant complex and vitamin K too, and these work with the minerals you're taking in, especially Niken's wonderful calcium complex, non-GMO. It's made processed from nature, from milk, and it also has boron and manganese, some of the trace minerals that are important. It's not, our bones aren't just calcium. There are a lot of micro minerals in there, and you want to supply them all to have good, healthy, flexible bones. And there's also vitamin D3 to encourage the proper use of the minerals. And finally, we have joint, which I love, pseudomyristoyl complex, which is processed in a proprietary process that the scientist who discovered it developed to purify it. It actually supports collagen, bone, and connective tissue repair. And the supplement also includes the familiar glucosamine and MSM, and even the boswellia plant that's been known for many, many years. So Niken is there for you. It's a one-stop shop. If you have special needs and you need more of something, then you need to go somewhere else, because Niken is designed to support, you can take everything. I take everything but the meds. And so I encourage you to look at the simplest way is to decide what you want in a month. You can change it every month if you want. And the little AS symbol tells you you get an extra 10% off, and then you never get caught up short. So that's what Niken Auto Ship is all about. And thank you so much for letting me tell you about Niken's nutrition, because there's nothing else like it. It's a one-stop shop. Thank you, Ruben.
Thank you very much, Randy. Great presentation. And by the way, we have a great deal right now. We have the Summer Challenge Pack. So you get the KBB Digestion 420 and for free. This is a free item. You are getting the free Citrus J Green Sign. So this is a good deal. And let me just share with you my PowerPoint. And I will let you know who is our wonderful presenter for next Tuesday. Hopefully you can see my screen right now. So we have Platinum and Team Tai Chi 2023, Barb Satterwhite with Water Matters. So we invite everyone to join us next Tuesday. So thank you very much and have a great evening. Goodbye, everyone.